Warning, this video contains strong language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, my Hooked Honeys, and welcome back to Hooked. If you're new here, my name is Leanne, and Hooked is basically where we talk about some true crime stories and do some crochet projects together. So, on today's episode, we are going to do one of the ruffle bucket hats. I did follow this girl's tutorial, and I actually loved the way she did her ruffles. So, I'm going to put the link to her video in this description. Make sure you subscribe. She'll be doing some things with that crochet hook. Okay. Also, we will be talking about the case of 3-year-old Sheila Marie Evans. Y'all, you already know how I feel about kids and old people. This is gonna be another one, y'all. This gonna be one of them ones. So let's go ahead and light this crochet candle because I cannot. Yeah, I don't know if y'all ready for this one. The pops. So I'm starting at the second increase row where she did one double crochet, and then an increase. I definitely recommend watching her tutorial because I'm not really going to get into it. That's would defeat the purpose of me telling you to go watch her tutorial. Um, so yeah, Ronald Ray Phillips is the gentleman or whatever you want to call it, him, whatever. He's going to be the guy that we are talking about today. So he was born October 10th, 1973 in Akron, Ohio. He was the fifth of 7 children to his father, William Phillips Sr., and his mother, Donna Phillips. Unfortunately, allegedly, Ronald suffered a very hard childhood, which involved mental illness and physical and sexual abuse by his father and his cousins. Remember, feel bad for the child, not the adult. So that definitely is something no kid should have to go through, right? But again, feel bad for the kid, not the adult. On January 18th of 1993, Sheila's grandmother found her and called 911, and Sheila was taken to Akron Children's Hospital, but unfortunately she could not be saved. Sheila had died on January 3rd of 1993, and on the day of her death, she was only 3 feet and 1 inches tall and only weighed 41 pounds. Guys, her body was covered in 139 bruises, according to court documents. How? How? What was y'all doing to that poor baby? So also her abdominal cavity was filled with a mixture of like air and blood. So the medical examiner testified in court that she had been sodomized at least 48 hours before her death. Nope. Give me a second, because I'm trying to find it. Trying to find it. Okay, so Ray Phillips confessed to raping Sheila both the day that she died and on previous occasions. So he stated that on the day of her death, he became horny because she wasn't wearing any underwear. Fucking sick bastard, right? Like she's 3. What? So, of course, Ronald was charged with aggravated murder, rape, and other charges. Now, I know what everyone is thinking. Where is this poor baby's mother? Let's bring out Fae Evans, right? Fae Evans was the mother of Sheila. She also had a son, like a 2-year-old son with Ronald, and she had an older daughter as well. So she was charged with involuntary manslaughter when it was revealed that she failed to protect her daughter, and she even helped Ronald by holding down her baby so that she could be raped. This woman deserves the death penalty. She held down her 3-year-old her 3-year-old daughter so that her boyfriend could rape her. Get out of here, bro. Like, she deserved a death penalty too. What? Some people just really don't deserve to have kids. So in February, Ronald pled not guilty to all of the charges he's faced, but he didn't want to testify at his own trial. Needless to say, in August he was found guilty on all of all of the charges he was faced with. This man, he was only 19 years old. 19 years old, and he was sentenced to death for the severity of his crimes. So Sheila's mother was found guilty on all of her charges, and she was sentenced to 13 to 30 years in prison after holding her baby down so that her man, whatever. She did die, though, in 2008 from cancer while she was serving her sentence. So it's like, that's really bad. But she did kind of get the death penalty, maybe. So I just finished the last increase round, and this is what I got. So now I'm going to start going through and put in the double crochet, one double crochet in each stitch all the way around until I think she has 6 more rows of them. Make sure you guys double check that because I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's 6. I made a mistake. I wish I could bring little Sheila Marie Evans back, but I can't, is what Ronald said to the jury, asking to basically spare his life. Like, dude, shut up. Just shut up. Like, you already did what you did. You can't take it back. And on top of this, he's saying that he wish he could be a father figure to her and be there for her older sister, and then also be a better father to the son that he shared with Sheila's mom. Whatever. Like, shut up. Shut up. What are you even talking about? Like, you can't do what you did to that little girl and then say that. It doesn't even compute. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? Ronald's execution date had been moved or delayed around 8 times. One of these times was because there was a statewide halt on executions. Apparently, there was a guy that was having some trouble with his execution, and I guess he gasped for air for about 10 minutes, and it took 26 minutes to die. So the drug cocktail was what was in question. And that is what caused the statewide halt on the executions. So on July 25th, 2017, Ronald was taken to the death house of maximum security in southern Ohio. That evening, he had his last meal, which was a large cheese bell pepper and mushroom pizza with strawberry cheesecake and a Pepsi, grape juice, and a piece of bread. The next day, he woke up at 5:30 in the morning. He had his final breakfast of biscuits and gravy, grits, milk, sweetener coffee, and juice. So at 10 a.m., nearly 24 years after the death of Sheila Marie, Ronald was injected with the mixture of the three drugs that would shut down his organs and ultimately stop his heart from beating. Sheila Marie Evans would have been 27 years old at the time that Ronald was executed. There was even a Facebook page that was like a Facebook memorial page for her. I'm not sure that it's still active, but I'll definitely double check. And if it is, I'll definitely put the link to that in the description as well. So this is where I still got, of course, a couple more rows to do before I get to the actual part where I do the ruffles. And like I said, I really like how she did her ruffles, so definitely watch her tutorial on that. And I actually am making this little ruffle hat to match this little ruffle dress I put together. All I have to do is put the straps on there, and then this will be done. And then it'll have the little ruffle hat to go along with it. Yes, right? So, of course, like always, if you want to see the finished product of what I'm doing today or what I did today on this episode, definitely follow me on Instagram at Hooked W True Crime and make sure you subscribe because I'm here for you every Wednesday. Love y'all. Bye.